Let's see how quickly we can create the dream life that you have inside of you, because why would you take 8 months to do what you could do in 3? Why? Because it's there, it's waiting for you, and it's your time. You've gotten great at divine working, but what about divine living? Welcome to the Divine Living Podcast. I'm your host, Gina DeVee. You're not alone in wanting more, and here at the Divine Living Podcast, you can expect to be part of conversations from women like us who unapologetically dream big and are obsessed with manifesting our most fabulous lives. The conversation starts now. Hey, gorgeous queen. I hope that you are having a spectacular day. And if you need a boost, you are definitely going to get a boost in the Divine Living Podcast today. This week, I have gifted myself the treat, the luxury of being offline. Glenn and I are just taking our consciousness, our manifesting, our love, our all of it to the next level. And so I wanted to gift you with some high vibe content from live events that I've done. So I continue to learn and invest in myself and grow myself. So that's what I'm doing this week. And I thought that this week would also be a great opportunity for you to get access to something that formerly you had to be in the room for. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a clip from a live event that I hosted previously. Lots of love. You're no longer beginners. You know, you're no longer really new at this. I mean, some of you have really fast-tracked yourself. It may have, you haven't been doing this necessarily for decades. I mean, the internet's hardly been around that long, but, you've really fast-tracked yourself. So no matter how many months or years any of you have been working at this, you are no longer beginners. So you deserve to allow yourself a greater level of impact, a greater level of team support, a greater level of financial support and abundance. And, so much of the way most of us started was in some level of insecurity, definite, disproportionate amount of drama, lots of unsurety, like, can I really do this? Those days are over. I think that we've really grown up together in terms of entrepreneurialism and really getting that everyone has value here, including you, right? No more is it, who am I to do this? This is your time. And not only do you deserve to do this, I think that the message has been pervasive that the world needs you, that you're really needed here. And all these desires in your heart about being that superstar inside of you, this is your time to bring that forth. Not one day and not in 3 years, and nobody cares about your 5-year plan here. This is so not a Franklin Covey seminar. I am interested in you bending time and space, and definitely don't talk to me about your 10-year plan, right? Like, I'm interested in your between now and the time we get to Florence plan. Right? Because that's the way I roll. Let's see how quickly we can create the dream life that you have inside of you, because why would you take 8 months to do what you could do in 3? Why? Because it's there, it's waiting for you, and it's your time. There is a time of, in the story of Esther, I talk about the power of preparation. She went into the harem for a year to be prepared before she went before the king with beauty treatments and special foods and the way of life and the way that she needed to present herself. Well, you all have been in that preparation mode. And though all of us, I'm quite sure, are committed to being life learners and seekers of new information and new growth and new development for the rest of our lives, there comes a time when you are enough right now. When you know enough right now, when you have enough business education, you have enough personal development, you have even, enough clarity to get going now, to be in service now, to have impact now. And part of the power of being a visionary in motion, and that is the theme of this morning. You are all visionaries. And there's a time when a visionary needs to stop. go to the mountaintop, pull out a yoga mat, meditate, go to the forest, be alone. There's a time and a place for that, but not consistently. Visionaries who have impact in the world and have more than a great idea, meaning they have actually manifested their great ideas, are visionaries in motion. And to whatever degree this calls for you to be in even greater motion of bringing your vision out into the world is what I'm here to support you with, because I know the world needs what you have to offer, not next week, but right now. Getting this going, you will learn by doing. Your clients will inform you. You can take polls. You can do focus groups. You can figure out once you've sold the program, why are people actually even there, and it's not even what the title or was in the banner or the tagline, and it definitely wasn't whatever title you gave yourself that you obsessed over for 19 months, right? You can let yourself be enough right now and trust that the universe has your back, right? You know, the amount of like, I've got to handle everything and be responsible for everything and put everything on my back and do everything by myself, days are so over, right? Visionaries know how to delegate. Visionaries know how to ask for a miracle. Visionaries know how to ask for help and assistance. Visionaries know how to communicate with directness, and they know their zone and sphere, and they know what someone else's is. There is a successful visionary on the planet who's a micromanager, who's doing it all. I would like for you to abolish busy in your life. Busy is boring. I don't want to hear how busy anybody is. It's boring, it's unproductive. Why isn't that funny? Right? It's what's robbing our group of being more effective. Everyone's busy. Busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm slammed, I'm crazy busy. I'm crazy busy. We're not just busy, we're crazy busy. And the worst part is some people actually wear that as a badge of honor. Other equally detrimental places to be in is somebody who's actually gotten used to that and thinks that's normal. Wise women entrepreneurs are not busy. They're effective. They're powerful. They're productive. They take care of their vision as they take care of themselves. They create companies that know how to leverage time and space in the universe. I'm writing an article in the magazine. It comes out at some point this month, and it's called The Middle Class Millionaires. And it's called that because what are we doing? Like, right? Like sometimes like we think like, I'm going for 6 figures. I'm going for 1 million, right? And obviously all is relative, and obviously different milestones are meant to be celebrated. I celebrated them in my own life. But when I really opened up and I started looking at what was available and what was possible, and that there's women just like us who have $250 million companies, who have $3 billion companies, right? Like, why are we so excited about 1 million? And how much do you think you can do with 1 million anyways? Those of you that are getting closer to it, you start to see how much a zero is actually needed to be added to that for you to have the level of impact, support, and power that you really do have in your visionary mindset. Right? So for us to be thinking bigger, using our resources within us more wisely, most importantly, time. Most importantly, the power and the vision and the wisdom that we have within us. I'm definitely saying nobody gets to come up here and say that they're confused, that they don't know. There is no self-depreciating among the brilliance in this room. Can I get an agreement there? Amen. Questions for sure, of course. But do it from a place of power. Do it from a place of you have thought this through. Do it from a place of you do know what's going on and now you are taking yourself to the next level. Right? This is what this group is designed for. Because we're not playing at business here. We're mastering it. Right? We're not just being busy and taking the next business course. You're actually getting yourself out of any kind of overwhelm and drama, getting yourself educated to the degree that you need to be, and you're getting your stuff done so that you can experience what has been in your mind for so long. I'm imagining that if anybody signed up for this program, that on some level you want what I have, right? And what I had to do to get to where I am is not necessarily so much learning the business pieces, which I did. But as we know at this point, that's about 15 to 20% of the issue. The bigger issues that I had to get was that what was inside of me mattered and counted, and it wasn't just my little dream and my little fantasy life. And the same goes for you, right? Like, you've got to get your confidence and putting yourself in the game so powerfully, owning it, having that non-negotiable, that determination that you don't have time for busy, for gossip, for overwhelm, for just working 20 hours a day. You don't have time for that, because that's not who you are, and you will never get to where you want to be with that mindset and that mentality that is so supported by out there in the marketplace. If you choose to let yourself have this non-negotiable of standing in your queenhood and standing in your power, you will start to see such radical shifts take place, and there'll be a quickening, a quickening, a quickening, a quickening. You will then start to get that your focus is really meant to be on how can you be of greater service in the world versus, oh my God, who's going to buy my stuff and what should my tagline be? Right? The focus has got to shift from insecurity to confidence, from who am I to I am. You got to go from who am I to do this, or have 50 people in my program, or make $50,000 a month. Whatever your goal is, it's your non-negotiable, and you be there for yourself, and you show yourself that what you say you desire is what you are committed to accomplishing. I am putting together a really elite, super small group mastermind. It's called La Dolce Vita, and it is exclusively for women who are already at the 6 and multiple 6-figure level, who want to journey with me as your mentor. And it's for women who are super high vibe, totally positive, completely enthusiastic, committed to their big goals and dreams, and really doing it the feminine way. You know, I've called this program La Dolce Vita because it is about the sweet life.